What is going on with you, YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. Yes, more coverage from E3, my impressions on things I saw and played. I was heavy on that sports. We was heavy in the EA area, man. NHL 13, NCAA 13, Madden 13. We played FIFA 13, and we got to see NBA Live 13. Oh, man. Let me give you my impressions right now, man. They didn't have a playable version of it. They had a little room that sat about 15 people, and the people that worked on the game gave a little presentation. I'm going to tell you right now, man, the best way I can explain this game is a member of the Cockaduki, man. This game is part of the Cockaduki, man. This game looked horrible. And I don't really like to just trash games and nothing like that, but let me just say this, man. I noticed some things in a little meeting we had where they were showing us the game, because the game, they did have a version that they could play, but they didn't let us get our hands on it. So that says a lot. So they told us what their goal was, what they wanted to go after, and it was about React. I couldn't, you know what they, you know how like when somebody trying to sell something, they use terms that kind of get you going, like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, sounds good in theory, but yeah, React, you'll be able. Basically, this is what they did, because they kept referencing things they didn't like in other basketball games. Now, there's only one NBA game out. That's NBA 2K. So when they reference things that they didn't like in other basketball games, they may as well have said, this is what we don't like about 2K. And I feel like they tried to build a game around what they didn't like in 2K. And try to hit those sticking points, like, oh, well, this is not good in 2K. And they try to put those in the game. But the thing is that they must not realize is that 2K, with all its problems and the things that people don't like, it's a really good game. So you're better off trying to get the things right that 2K got right than trying to, you know, focus on the things that 2K didn't to capitalize on that market. One thing was the passing. And they didn't do a... From what they were playing, the pass looked crazy. They were looking one way and passing another way. It just, oh man. They said one of the sticking points, and when they said this, I was like, okay, they don't have a clue of what's going on. They said the player models are, you know, perfect. The faces are perfect. They said they spent 100 hours on each player's face. And I'm like, either they don't have all the faces or they didn't spend any time with gameplay, because that's just like insane. So during the game, they paused it, zoomed in on Tyson Chandler, showed his like mangly beard, and they were talking about his pores and everything, and I was like, okay, stop, really, seriously. And then they tried to show off some things in the game, and I'm like, they showed off a LeBron James. Like it was like a fadeaway. I don't know what it is. Either the game moves too fast, the motions are supposed to be authentic, but they didn't quite hit it on the head. Like they just got some random out of shape dude to act like LeBron or something. I don't know, but they finished off by showing Tyson Chandler in the post. They were trying to show how dynamic the post game is, and you're not stuck in any animations, which is, I can understand the theory is great, but the execution was terrible. They showed Tyson Chandler in a post. He was back, and I don't remember who he's backing down, and he jumped and did this layup that was like, no, man, there's no way they just showed me that. Then they tried to pause it and show how good it was, and I was like, oh, man, these guys don't get it. They don't have a clue. Keep things short, man. NBA Live 13, they said it was pre-alpha. They said the game is about 60% done. That 40% better be packing. They got a long way to go, man. And it could be a shame, but that series could be done. I have no confidence on the people who are working on it. No disrespect to them. I don't know them personally. I'm sure they're qualified people, but maybe not for a basketball game, because they just didn't. I don't know, man. You know, you don't want to judge something before it's done, but what they had to show off, they were better off just showing us screenshots and telling us what you were trying to do. Because I know some people walked out of that room and had to be like, there's nothing they could do to get me to buy that game. That's my impressions on Live 13, man. There's a lot of people, man, my brother being one of them, is like, man, I can't wait. I want Live to return. I'm going to buy it. And I said, well, even if it's bad, he was like, well, you're right. I'm not going to buy it. But there are people who are hoping this game is going to be good so they can go buy it. There's a lot of people like that. EA has people waiting for him to return to basketball. But this ain't going to be it, man. This is not going to be it. I can almost guarantee you that. Prove me wrong today. Hopefully I'm wrong, man. I love competition. I was looking for things that they were going to do that was going to take away 2K fans and say, because, you know, EA, let's be honest, they have a fair share of fanboys. They have a fair share of people who just love everything they do. And if the passing's better on Live, they fanboys would be like, I don't like 2K because the passing sucks, at least on Live. I couldn't find nothing that I think that game was going to do other than EA's already always tight with the servers. You know what I mean? Online is going to be right out the box. But I couldn't find anything. I don't think they're going to do anything that you're going to say they do that it does it better than 2K. And that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for at least 4 to 5 things where 2K is like, okay, we got some competition. Let's push it to the max like we did in 2K11. I don't think Live is getting that experience, man. If 2K was smart, I'm sure they had a mole go over to the EA, sit through that little presentation and be like, all right, we've seen all we need to see. We're good. Because we ran into Ronnie 2K and we talked to him. 2K didn't have anything. They said E3 is way too early for them to really have something. So 2K didn't have any info, but Live, man, oh my goodness. I'm gonna end this, man. I'm gonna end this. I don't want to bash them too hard, but it looked like part of the cockadookey, man. I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.